What's up, everybody? Back for another video today. We're going to be working on the Bronco today. Actually, we're not going to be worrying about the I've still got a few things out of that cab in that 89 I got to pull, but that's not just real interesting watching me pull that stuff. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work on the distributor on the Bronco. It needs to be replaced. Pickup coil on the inside of it is bad, which was causing a weird running issue that I was having, and that's why I parked it. And I replaced the ECM because the ECM was bad as well. Once I replaced that, I was actually getting some codes, and the codes pointed me towards the distributor and the pickup coil, the PIP circuit. So we're going to work on replacing that today. So anyways, so let's get started. I have not got anything pulled loose yet. As far as main thing that's got to come loose is the air breather system to get to the distributor. On these 300s, for those of y'all that don't know, are right there. Normally on your V8s they sit up on the front of the engine. But on the 300s, they sit right there on the side. So you'll see it once I get the tubes and everything loose. I have actually not done a distributor replacement before because I've not had to. So we're going to see how it goes. Side loose. I've been needing to do this for a while, and I've had the part. I've had the new distributor for a little bit, but we've had some crazy weather down here. Crazy cold and just all kind of stuff. I know y'all up in the northern states may make fun of us down here when it comes to the cold weather, but we're not built for it down here. I personally like the cold weather better than hot weather, but to each their own. I'm kind of in the minority down here in the old flatlands and southern lands. So okay, so got the breather loose up there, so there'll be 4 screws to get the top of the filter loose. So let me back y'all up a little bit so y'all can see while I'm doing it. Okay, that's better. 5/16 or flathead. I'm just going to use a flathead, I think. Actually, you know what? No, I've got the drill. If I remember correctly, they're 5/16. And yes, my air box has a bunch of holes in the top of it. I don't know why. I've got to get another one for it. That was one of the many things done by the previous owner that I really don't quite understand or get. And yeah, kind of like the paint job. Probably the worst paint job that I think I've ever seen on a vehicle. And really didn't have to take the whole assembly apart, but I've been needing to kind of look at the air filter anyways, and kind of look inside the breather box. So, and it's actually got a filter's pretty clean. It's pretty new, granted, probably because of the holes. Anyways, so that's all out of the way. Set this to the side in the cab. And we should be able to get to the distributor a little easier now. So yeah, we're gonna see. Like I said, we're gonna see how this goes. I've not ever done one because nothing I have owned has needed one up until this point. So we'll see how it goes. And if y'all are getting wind noise, I'm not sure if y'all are or not. I'll find out once I'm done, or once I kind of get to where I'm editing. But if y'all are getting wind noise, I apologize. We just had a crazy windstorm yesterday, dust storm, and we're still on the tail end of it, so just bear with me. It looks like maybe had some mice up in here trying to maybe build a nest, so that's wonderful. Find out what all they've tore up. On these three, for those of y'all that don't know, on these 300s, the distributor cap is held on with 2 screws. Unlike clips like the 351s and 460s, and I'm sure the 302s and such, but you'll kind of see there's 1 screw there, and there's 1 screw. I'm trying to get y'all where you can see it. Kind of see it back down in there. Move this wire a little bit, maybe y'all can see it better. And then 1 screw right there. So as far as getting the distributor out, or the cap off, it's just these 2 screws. So get the cap off, and then we'll go through and do what we need to get this old distributor pulled out, get the new one dropped in, and try and get the timing set and all that. I've kind of started this project a little bit late in the day, so may or may not get finished. I don't know. I'm hoping to get it finished because I would like to just get it out of the way, just be one less thing to have to worry about. So yeah. Looks like that wire needs to come off. I'm going to try and avoid taking off as many wires as possible because I would like to just swap the cap over, or not swap the cap, but once I get the new distributor in with the cap and everything, I would like to just swap wires over just to ensure that I get the timing reset, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to do that because wires are too short. So what we'll do is ignition coil. We got a lot of corrosion on the lug on it. I'll probably have to get a new one. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a video or picture of where all the wires go. Okay, I think I got it pretty good. I should be able to kind of figure out where everything goes from there. But yeah, this is something that has been needed. I've been needing this for a while. Haven't been able to actually drive my Bronco for, shoot, I don't know, it's been a while. It's probably been 2.5 years or so since I've got to drive it last. It developed a odd running issue that I chased for a long time, and then I just ended up parking it with the intention of trying to do a little more hunting, and then just had some stuff happen and life got in the way, and I didn't ever get to finish hunting down the issue until about a year ago. We partially figured out that the ECM was bad, and it had some bad capacitors in it, so I ordered a remanufactured one for it, which was a really good thing because that helped significantly, because I was finally able to read the codes and see what in the world was going on with it. So okay, so the cap is off. Next thing that you'll need to do is to disconnect the plug from the module. I just went blank on exactly what the name of that module is, but on the module. And then once you get that, there will be a bolt on that side that holds the distributor down. We'll need to get that bolt loose. I'm not sure of the size, but we'll figure that out once I kind of get to that point. So let's get the module unplugged. I hate those electrical connectors. Okay, there it goes. And then, so there's that plug, and then there's the pip connector. Or no, I'm sorry, that may be is that the spout? I don't remember, I'll have to look. But you'll pull that whenever you go to set the base timing on these. Okay. The rotor's not bad. It's in pretty good condition, really. Slip it back on. Okay. Now, let's see. As I said, I can't remember what size that bolt is. So we're about to find out. Let's see, try the 7/16 first. Feels bigger, so let's go bigger. ½ inch. Okay. Got her loose. Okay. Now this is where it gets vital, because you've got to, so basically the method that I'm doing, there's two different ways to do this. One is to turn the engine over top dead center on the compression stroke, and you do that by taking out the spark plug out of cylinder number 1 right over here, and then you can either have somebody turn the engine for you, and you can put your finger, your thumb, whatever, over the spark plug hole, or you can take a piece of paper towel or something like that, and you can stick it down in the hole and rotate the engine until it blows the piece of paper or whatever out of the spark plug hole. Second method that you can do, you leave the engine alone, you basically mark where the distributor is, you know what orientation it's facing, all that, and then when we go to drop the new one in, you drop it in at the same orientation, the rotor facing the same way, all of that. That's the method I'm going to attempt right now. I've got to get the bolt the rest of the way loose, but the distributor is already starting to kind of twist a little bit. So before I get too far with it, I'm gonna see what I need to do to kind of mark it, maybe take a picture, something, and get my rotor marked in the direction it needs to go. Here's the new distributor. Gave 100 and I think 30 bucks at AutoZone for it, with the limited lifetime warranty. So I know it's kind of hit and miss on these parts, especially since Ford no longer manufactures them. I know it's kind of hit and miss on quality of parts, but it's a brand new, supposed to be brand new unit with a limited lifetime warranty on it. So I'm not just super worried something goes wrong with it. I'll get it warranted, and I probably will rebuild my OEM distributor. That way I have a backup that I can keep with me at all times if I do happen to get off up somewhere, like way up in the mountains of Colorado, and I happen to, you know, my distributor happens to go out or something like that. So I'll have a spare with me. And I probably could have rebuilt this one, but I wanted to make sure that I, basically it was gonna not cost much more to just buy this remanufactured unit. Or no, I'm sorry, not remanufactured, but this brand new unit than it was going to cost to just rebuild. I think there's maybe like a $50 difference, which to me is not that big of a difference. Not enough difference to justify not buying the new one. So yeah. I guess the screws come all the way out on this one, what it seems like. Yep. Maybe capture don't want to come off. Oh, there it goes. And would you looky there, just a nice new clean distributor. So we'll turn to mark where it matches up with the old one. Which should be right about there, it looks to me like. That's pretty close. That is really, really close. And I think I will take another picture of that. That way, if something happens, I can reference this picture. Okie doke. So a reference point that I'm going to use is kind of hard to tell in the video, but I think, anyways, this little nub is facing pretty much right straight on the bolt on my, it looks like the motor mount. So basically I'm going to use that as my reference mark because there's so much grease. I don't think on the engine, I don't think I could do a scribe mark anywhere to where I could see it. And let me see if I can maybe get you on a better spot where y'all can actually see what, maybe, I don't know. There's not really a good spot to put y'all to see what's going on. Too much stuff in the way. It's not a good spot. So, let me get the camera, move back where y'all can kind of see. Okay. Okie dokie. There's my wrench. Let's see if we can get. Okay, so got the bolt and the retainer loose finally. So let's see if we can get the distributor pulled out. Okay. Okay. And there she is. Now the module is not original. I've replaced it thinking that maybe that was my problem. Was not the problem. It was the pickup coil on the inside of this thing. So yeah, there it is in all its glory. Gonna have to pull the oil pump shaft off and figure out how to get the oil pump shaft out and get the new one dropped in. So I'm gonna pause while I figure this out. Okay, I didn't even need to pause the video. That was kind of stupid, but the oil pump shaft is just held in with basically like a little C-clip retainer. Just holds it into place. Kind of acts like a little detent. So that's good. That's done. I'm going to get some paper towels from the inside of the house and clean it up a little bit. Get some of this dust and stuff off of it. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Got the oil pump drive shaft in place. Put a little oil on the O-ring. So it is time to try and get this new distributor put in. Go from there. I got a new battery that we'll put on here, and then we'll see what we can do about getting her timed and back up and going. Let's see. Do a little rotate like that. Okay, that's pretty dadgum close to where she was. I don't think I should have no problems getting her timed back up from right there. That looks pretty, like I said, that looks pretty dang good. And I can, I guess what I'll do is I'll take out my reference picture and we will see. So let's see. Yeah, I think it's pretty dead on. Looks like to me. So I think we'll go with that. We'll try that and see. So let's get our bolt put back in. I'm gonna do a little clean up on a paper towel real quick just while I've got it. Like, I don't know why I'm worrying about it right now. It's once I get the engine pulled, it's getting a good power wash and everything. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal, I don't guess. But yeah, I'll just worry about that. It'll get good and clean whenever I go to redo my gaskets. Okay, this is where it's gonna probably get a little tricky. Getting the bolt started is well, that probably wasn't just real great, but oh well. That's mainly only smog stuff anyways, it looks like, so. I'm not just all that worried about smog equipment. It's not required in the state of Texas outside of a couple of counties. And I don't even live anywhere near one of those counties, so I'm really not worried about it. Okay, for some reason it's not going all the way down. There is absolutely zero reason why it shouldn't. Go all the way in. So let's try again. Okay, finally, right there I think is where it needs to be. I should be able to maybe adjust it. Okay, now let's see if we can get the bolt started back. Oh boy. And there we go. It's tight there. It caught. Turn you back a little bit. Okay, it's in there. It is snug and just about ready to be timed. Just got to get the cap put back on. And we'll go from there. Unintentionally turned into a little bit longer of a video than I really kind of meant for it to, but that's all right. Maybe this one's a little bit more entertaining for y'all to watch than the previous one. So get the cap put back on. Don't really know why that screw has decided that it wants to get tight already. It should not be tight already. This one on this side acts like it wants to be the same way, but I must have got something in the threads. Yeah, it's kind of doing the same thing now. I must have got something stuck up in the threads on these on it. I'm not real sure, but oh well. Okay. Cap is on. Module is plugged in. Now, see about getting the wires back where they go. Okay. Get them all back over here. Yeah, that's definitely not right from memory. Let's look at my reference and see. Ow. Okay, number one, go right there. This one here, let's see, it will go over here. See, this one is correct. This one will go right here. And that looks like that has them. Yep, that looks like that's got them where they're supposed to go. So, let me grab the battery, drop it in, and we'll see if she'll start up. Alrighty, got the battery in. One other thing I did real quick while I had it all, you know, kind of a part where I could do it, or not a part where I could do it, but it's been sitting for a while. My coolant was out of the reservoir, which is right there. I had one out of that 89 cab that I'm stripping that I was planning on putting in here. Reason being is that little tab right there on that one was broken. It was just being held on a piece of baling wire. As you can see, this one has a tab, so much better. Okay, so let's see if she'll start. Get this box out of the way. Okay. Battery must not be making good enough connection. Let me go fiddle with it for a second and we'll try again. Okay. Let's give it another go. Huh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I am not getting power now. Okay. Well, let me do a little digging and see what's going on. Okay, it's the next day. I had to call it quits last night. I kind of figured out a couple of things that was going on yesterday when I tried to start it. And I'll show y'all that right now. So the solenoid, that solenoid is off my little pickup. One stud was completely stripped out, so I guess it wasn't making good contact, and then my ground cable on the starter down in there was not making good contact on the starter end. So I got all that figured out, and I actually got it to crank up. It fired up real good. Once it fired up, I'm not gonna be able to let it run just real long because my fuel pressure regulator is bad, and so is the vacuum line goes to it. But I will start it up just real quick for y'all so that y'all can hear it and see. Yeah, I'm very, very excited. Running better. I still got just a very slight miss, but I think it's better than it was. So and so it idles just a little bit high because that vacuum line is open. I need to time it just because and it should start better than that once I get it timed, I think. See, whenever y'all can see the idle goes down just a little bit whenever I put my finger over the vacuum tree, and in fact it goes down quite a bit. It goes back down to about normal RPM. So yeah, it's good to finally see her run after about, I don't remember, a year or so. I'm not going to try and time it while the fuel pressure regulator is out, or while it's leaking and bad, and vacuum line going to it's bad and all that. I'm not going to, so I'm going to try and get a new regulator for it, and maybe a new solenoid for it tomorrow, possibly a coil. But yeah, that's nice to finally hear it run. Y'all can hear that little bit of a mess, and there it goes trying to stall. I think that may be from the timing, because I don't have the timing set yet. I don't have the distributor tightened down. You can see, y'all can see it's wiggling pretty good. So I'm gonna leave it, or I'm gonna kill it right now, and then once I get the other parts in, I will get the timing set on it. But yeah, that is so good to finally hear her run. So yeah, once I get a new pressure regulator for it, fuel pressure regulator, and a little vacuum section of vacuum line, really that's all I'll need to be able to set the timing on it. But yeah, that's coming right along, man. Like I've said about 5,000 times now, it is so good to finally hear it run. Yeah, be able to get on the road will be tires. So that's gonna be good. I gotta get my used ones on it, then I will be able to drive it to my dad's shop and get this front clip pulled and get the engine pulled and go through, re-gasket everything, new vacuum lines, all that. I might do a fresh coat of paint in the engine bay. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but other than that, it's coming along. So that was kind of my goal for this video, was to get it started. So I think we'll end this part right here. Can't see me because of the sun, but yep. So like I said, I think we'll end this part right here, and part 3 will be me going through and probably setting the timing, new pressure regulator, maybe the new starter solenoid, maybe some stuff like that. I hadn't decided yet, but anyways, so yeah. But yeah, so I think this was kind of my goal for this video, was to get the gear up and running. I wanted to get the timing set in this video, but I think this is a good spot to end it off. I think that this video is getting pretty long already. So next part will probably be me setting the timing and doing a new fuel pressure regulator, and maybe putting tires on it. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see how everything goes on that aspect. But yeah, man, it's good. It is good to finally hear the old girl run. I'm excited. I'm real excited. I've got some plans. I'm hoping that within the next couple of months, I'm really hoping I get to do what I'm wanting to do in the next couple of months. So anyways, so if y'all have been enjoying, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Tell your friends. And I'll see y'all in the next one.